outfit.
How do you get to work like that?
In a car like everyone else.
We're going to hear Tequila. Here's some Blindside Thunder on Rhode Island Free Radio.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
here is quite a few. Used to be a quasar for a DNR slew. It's coming from the heart straight to you. Surfing on the magma, there's nothing else to do. all the folks done, but I'm easily confused. It's coming from the heart straight to you. Listen to the sunset. Why is it so obscure? Used to be a gas cloud for a second or two. It's coming from the heart straight to you. Rolling on the lava, nothing else to do. Tried to take a picture, but I'm easily amused. It's coming from the heart straight to you.
Our friends the Maybes from Glasgow, Scotland, set the controls. The tune you've just heard before that, our in-studio guests from just moments ago. You heard Tequila, Blindside Thunder, some enthusiastic young men, very excited. Been trying to get those guys on. There's just these certain acts that you try to book, you try to get them down here, and we all keep just completely insane schedules. So I had been trying to get Blindside Thunder down here for quite some time to either be on the Tony Jones show or be on any of the shows, and they finally got to come to town and hang out in the studio. They are now, of course, this is a completely audio medium, and this is radio, and I am pointing to a picture, so I'll let you all know that Blindside Thunder is on the Rhode Island Free Radio Wall of Fame here, which is gaining momentum, and just it's great to see people enthusiastic
and determined,
yeah, exactly, about what they do, because many of interview we have done, George, where we've asked them a question and their answer is yes, or their answer is no, or their answer is maybe.
Yeah, the only problem is if you're a band like that and you plan to be on the air with us, I do not let it go at that.
Exactly. Now, do you think that, and probably the other person I have here with me, I would consider to be the most patriotic member of the Rhode Island Free Radio family. That is the one and only Chuckles the Clown.
Good evening, Mr. Jones.
Now, do you guys? Everybody kind of cringed in the room. Do you guys think I was out of line about asking Blindside Thunder about the fact that they fly the rebel flag?
You are absolutely, in my opinion, not out of line. If anything, that's really pissing me off more is how out of control that this has gotten, to the point where they're taking the Confederate flag off the General Lee. They're no longer playing the replays. They
canceled the show.
Yeah, they canceled the show, took the toys off the shelf, and all this is out of basically people being stupid and not really knowing what that flag is meant for.
Well, first of all, they're stupid. Second of all, they don't want to, obviously, for better or worse, racist issues have been brought up again in American society, American culture, whatever you want to call it. And this is a way of actually avoiding talking about the racism.
Yeah, exactly. And the problem that I have with this is that it is the same people that have brought up these issues for the past 60 years. My generation, and me personally, if a person's black, if a person's white, if a person's gay, if a person's straight, I don't care. and
Doesn't offend us.
they're either a douchebag or they're cool, as far as I'm concerned. And my generation and younger is, as cliche as it sounds, almost colorblind when
Right.
it comes to these issues.
Right. See, and the problem though is that there are people in authority or people in power in this country that if too many people take the attitude of Tony Jones and the rest of the people at this table, and we really don't care, certain people are no longer going to have a bully pulpit. Certain people are no longer going to be an authority. I'm thinking of like Al Sharpton. I'm thinking of people like that, black and white.
And if there's nobody left to marginalize, then you have to go out there and do something. And maybe, I don't know, gasp, have a positive influence on the world.
Right, but to a certain element of people, a positive influence on the world is derogatory
Is
to them.
gasp worthy.
Well, it's bad for them. In
All
other
they know
words,
is hate.
it's the no, it's not a fact that it's all they know. It's how they keep themselves in power. It's kind of like, to make a comparison with out in the Middle East. You know, you have the Israelis and the Palestinians. The reason they don't make peace is because the leaders of the Palestinians and the leaders of the Israelis would be out of power.
Right.
I mean, they thrive. They thrive on not just the hate, but they thrive on cultivating the hatred. In other words, there has to be a cause for them to fight for and lead people astray on. If everybody gets along and just says, give it a rest, then these people are out of power.
At that point, their economy crashes. There's no hate to fight against. So then,
Well, it's not their economy; it's them.
Listen,
In other words, it's
They're
it's the-
fiefdoms. Yeah.
Yeah.
this is so ignorant. I would gander to guess that 95% of the people that are listening to this do not know that the Confederate flag was not born on hatred. All right, let's
You know
take
what,
this
Chuckles?
the historical route.
Yeah, let's not get too deep into this, but enlighten us.
Let's take this historic route. When we separated from England, right? Keep in mind, we won. It's considered a Rev War. The South tried doing a very similar thing, but because they lost, it's a civil war. That flag, if you look at earlier depictions of this thing, does not have the 13 stars or the X. If I took an original Confederate flag and put it up on the wall, you would not know what the hell it was.
You mean the Confederate flag that they flew during the
During the
War-
American Civil War,
the American
that
Civil War, okay.
13 stars and the X symbol that you see there was not carried by the whole South. The reason that it's in your face and brought up so well is because, like today, the media back then took things totally out of control when a gentleman by the name of Nathan Bedford Forrest flew that flag as not only a way of racial hatred, but to scare the country into going back into war.
Now, at what point was this?
Right after the
Right
Civil
after the
War,
Civil
and
War?
Reconstruction
Okay.
period, when a lot of the gentlemen came back and they found out that the slaves now own their property or were in their jobs when they were out to war. So a lot of people were angered by this. But that flag was never born on hatred. It was born on someone's rights. It was born on someone's beliefs. No different than the flag that we had starting the Revolutionary War. Now, if some dingleberry had taken our flag and used it as a racial hatred thing, that would be the difference now. But the key in this is it's called Confederate States of America. The last part of that word, America. It is American tradition, not hatred. It is not like the Nazi symbol. The Nazi flag, there is no way around it, I know it's a reverse, the Celtic symbol, whatever it was, but that stood for hatred and destruction.
Now leave it to Chuckles the Clown to deliver a beautiful soliloquy, but throw the word dingleberry in
Yeah,
there.
I am a clown. I can't be so educated, but
Yeah.
it is not a symbol of hatred. It's just the fact that people use it now, and that's what everybody sees.
Okay, let me just do a devil's advocate for just a second here before we get too
Before we get
intellectual
shut
about this.
down
Yeah,
and protested and boycotted.
well, we're going to be protested and boycotted for talking sense. But the South wanted to leave the Union
Right.
so that they could maintain slavery. I mean, that was the main
See,
reason they wanted to leave. Was
This
it
is
not?
the
There was more
brainwash
to
that
it.
you
No,
that they
I'm,
give everybody.
I'm asking.
right?
Why did the South want to leave the
slavery
Union?
was 2% of the American Civil War. 95% of the South that was fighting that did not own slaves, and the other part is a slave cost $400.